Barcelona's transfer window is complete madness right now. Just look at yesterday. Lamine Yamal, Pedri, Dani Olmo, and Pau Cubarsí came back. Ferran Torres missed training because he's finalizing his move to PSG. Marc Bernal's agents met with Deco. Koundé's agent was at the training ground while Arsenal keep looking at him. And 6 players are still training separately while their futures are being sorted out. Yakubishvili is close to Almeria, Rodri talks are moving, things with Julian Alvarez are getting more tense. Barca are still looking for a left-footed center-back and a number 9. All of that in one day. So let's not waste time, leave a like, and let's get into it. We'll start with some good news. Lamine, Pedri, Olmo, and Cubarsí are back from their holidays. They've already started individual work before rejoining the group as Flick gets the squad ready for the league opener against Elche on the 23rd of August. Ferran Torres looks like the next one out. He missed his training. Reports in Barcelona say Flick gave him permission to sort out his move to PSG without risking another running situation. The deal should be worth around 55 million euros, and I'd say that's very good business. Barca get a big fee for a player with 1 year left in his contract, and that money can go almost straight into the move that really matters now. Rodri. Despite all the panic on X yesterday, I still think this one is moving in the right direction. English reports say Barcelona have improved their offer, while Sport put the latest package around 60-65 million euros. There are also reports saying City won 80 million euros, but Fabrizio Romano describes this as the final stage of negotiations, with City trying to push the total closer to 70 million euros. I would not read too much into the different numbers flying around. Rodri has already chosen Barcelona, City usually don't keep players against their will, and this now looks like a negotiation over the final few million. The next 48 hours could be huge. Whatever the price they land on, Barca would be getting one of the biggest midfielders in the world, fresh off an outstanding World Cup and with another Ballon d'Or well within reach. One sign-in and Flick's midfield gets even better. But Rodri also creates another question. What happens to Marc Bernal? His agent Raúl Verdo met Deco on Wednesday. Bernal is 19, he wants to play, and Rodri would make Barcelona's midfield even more crowded. The club still see him as part of Flick's plans. A loan could happen if Bernal really pushes for it, but right now Barca believe he will get his minutes. I also think people are overreacting a bit. I've seen comments saying Bernal and his camp are using this to get a better contract. Maybe. But if you're 19 and one of the best midfielders in the world is about to join your club, of course you're going to ask where you fit into the picture. I've also seen people saying Barca should cash in now. I wouldn't. Even 30-40 million euros does not come close to his potential. And if Rodri signs, Bernal gets something you cannot buy. Training every day with one of the best holding midfielders of this generation. Positioning, passing angles, controlling space, that's a pretty good classroom for a 19-year-old. If January comes around and he's barely played, then start talking about a loan. Selling him now, I think, is way too early. And don't forget Frankie. We still don't know how his injury will be handled. The club reportedly wants surgery, Frankie wants to avoid it, so there should be minutes for Bernal. Now Koundé. His agent Jonathan Cabby was at Barcelona's training ground on Wednesday, so people immediately started connecting it to Arsenal's interest. Was he there to ask about Koundé's role? Was he talking about England? We don't know. The latest reports actually say Jules is not pushing to leave. Mundo Deportivo even suggests that after Araujo's departure, Flick could start using Koundé at center-back again, with Xavi Espar getting more opportunities at right-back. I actually really like that. If Koundé gives you both positions and Espar is ready, why spend another 50 million euros on a defender? Right? At the same time, Casador, Hector Ford, Cami Marquez, Joffrey Torrens, Tony Fernandes, and Guille Fernandes are still training away from the main group while Barca sort out their futures and try to avoid another running situation. There are already reports that some of them are not happy with how the club is handling it. I get that, but Barcelona are trying to build a squad that can compete for the Champions League, and that means some difficult decisions. I think that's where people get La Masia wrong. A good academy player does not automatically become a first-team player. Lamine and Cubarsí were obvious. Most players need another step first, whether that's a loan or a sale with a buyback or selling clause. Aaron Yakubishvili is actually a good example here. The 20-year-old is close to Almeria for around 2 to 3 million euros, while Barca keep roughly 50-60% of his rights. Everybody gets something out of it. Yakubishvili gets regular football. Barcelona bring money in and still have control if he really takes off. That also clears the way for Iker Rodriguez to become the third goalkeeper. Now Julian Alvarez. I know, we're all waiting for this one to end. He trained normally with Atletico on August 12th and spoke to Simeone again. The message did not change. He wants Barcelona and asked Cholo to help. Simeone's answer? Talk to the board. Atletico haven't changed either. They don't want to sell him, at least not to Barcelona. which is a little ironic when you remember David Villa, Luis Suarez, and Memphis all went the other way without too much drama. Atletico can keep pointing at the 500 million euros release clause, but that's just a way of saying they don't want to negotiate. The other story is coming from Barcelona's side. Journalists close to Laporta, including Jose Alvarez and Jota Jordi, say there was a private agreement that Julian could leave for around 120–130 million if he asked. That's not an official release clause, and nobody has confirmed it. Keep that in mind. Again, my opinion has not changed. If Julian only wants Barcelona, sooner or later he has to put more pressure on Atletico. As long as he trains, stays quiet, and waits, Atletico have no reason to move. Maybe that's a public statement, maybe something stronger, that's up to him. But Deco can't do this on his own anymore. If Barcelona are going to sign Julian Alvarez has to help Barcelona sign Julian Alvarez. You got it, right? Okay, we move on. Christian Romero looks gone. The hero is already out, he's joining Atletico, and the deal should be worth around 40 million euros with bonuses included. So I'm looking somewhere else now. Castello Kebab. The 30 million euros price has not really been confirmed anymore. Most recent reports are closer to 45–50 million euros. But if Barcelona can actually get him for 30 million euros, I'd do that deal immediately. He's 23, left-footed, quick and comfortable defending high. That's Flick's kind of center back. The other option is Aymeric Laporte, but reports say Athletic won around 80 million euros, and at that point, I'm out. Up front, Osimhen's camp have reportedly offered him to Barcelona again for around 70 million euros. As a footballer, absolutely. He'd be a nightmare for defenders in Flick's system. The salary is the problem, so I'd only go there if the Julian deal is completely dead. Nick Wiltemade is another one I like. Nearly 2 meters tall, strong in the box, and gives Barca something they don't really have against low blocks. There have been reports about a loan, although Newcastle don't look in a rush to let him go. I also think that helps Hamza, let him grow into the first team instead of asking him to solve Barcelona's striker problem at 19. Mikotadze is still there as well. Reports talk about initial contact, and he remains one of the main alternatives if Julian does not happen. Vlahovic though looks finished. He's agreed to join Besiktas, and at the time of recording it's basically down to the medical and the paperwork. One last thing before we go. Xavi Hernandez is the new Netherlands coach, replacing Ronald Koeman until the 2030 World Cup. I laughed a little when I saw that. One job Xavi already knows pretty well is cleaning up after Ronald Koeman. I'm sorry, I mean no disrespect. I have immense admiration for both. So jokes aside, it's great to see Xavi back in such a big job. Now I want to hear from you. If Rodri arrives, what do you do with Bernal? Keep him, loan him, or sell him? And how far should Julian Alvarez go if Atletico keep blocking the move? Let me know in the comments, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you soon. Have a great day. Bye. Thank you for watching. Now I want to hear from you. If Rodri arrives, what do you want? What do you want with Bernal? What do you do with Bernal? Keep him, loan him, or sell him? Okay, let's do it again.